Hey YouTubers, it's Debbie Darkside once again for vlog number 6. I hope you guys liked the April Fool's one, and the ones who hated it, sorry. But I had to celebrate the holiday somehow, so I figured, why not do something that was inspired by one of my favorite cartoons growing up? Or, rather as a kid. Yeah, whatever. I can't say that right. But anyway, enough about that. Today I decided I would finally go to Ingersoll again, for the first time in maybe a month or two, which is kind of ridiculous considering that it's my only real outlet right now outside of online communities for meeting people like myself and, you know, hearing the issues and, you know, all of us trying to talk out things that really affect us on, in some cases, everyday life. In my case, well, whenever I dress like this. Which lately hasn't been as much, sadly. I haven't really been doing much else but work and job hunting, so I've been kind of here. I mean, I decorated my room and it's still a bloody mess, as you probably might be able to see. But, not really much is happening, and I put off the vlog for a while because I really didn't have much to say, really. It was just like hormone crap, breasts are still sensitive, to the point where they're now known as breasticles, in my honest opinion, until they get larger. Because any little whack, and I am like, oh, holy son of a fucker, get the hell away. Which reminds me, I was at a gas station once, and I had this lovely beggar in Nordy Park, of all places, a place full of rich people and zero homeless, was asking for change, wanting a cigarette, and like to repeat the same thing over again, mostly one line off of Come As You Are from Nirvana, which was literally, and I quote, Come as you are. It was kind of ridiculous, and during one of his little laughter moments, he does one of these, smacks me there, and I felt like going, haha, Johnny Cage low blow, just so they feel the same thing. I'm not usually a violent person, though. But sometimes the thought just comes to mind, like, man, if only you knew that area was sensitive. I wish I could show you, but I won't. So I gave him change as my way, as basically fuck off money. Didn't work, I drove away after pumping gas, and he went to go bug other people. Sad how that works. But one interesting point that was made in Ingersoll today was with people with, basically they asked the question, you know, do you feel you've changed? And basically how do you react to other people who are dealing with your change? You know, and most of us had the obvious answer of, you know, just being human in general. If you don't change every so often a little bit, there is something very much wrong with you. And that's very true. The other point that was made, and I love this, was when it comes to explaining everything, you know, to anyone really, I love this. One of my friends came up with this, and this is just brilliant. Or based off of a Keanu Reeves movie. But he was saying how, when you're saying it, don't show it as much as you changing into something new, but rather improving yourself. As he put it, you know, this, or she, dang it, I'm still bad at that, she. Anyway, she put it that, you know, I'm still me, but I'm turning into a better me, which I thought was really cool, because, you know, that sounds much better than going, hey mom, hey dad, I'm gonna grow boobs and lose my dick. Hope you're cool. You know, which I'm sure some of us think we have to say, in a much nicer way. But also, along with that, one thing I noticed about my hormones is that my needs and my desires have grown a lot, yet luckily for me, my libido is finally shrunken down to a point where it is like, not to sound messed up, but, how's a nice way to put it? I don't have to relieve myself as often now, it's great. But, you know, a lot of things also been changing. Like, for a while, ever since, I broke up with my ex-boyfriend back in May, I've been trying to find a partner for the longest time. Yeah, or at least it feels like it. I went on some good dates with some people. I've went on, I guess, some weird ones too, but... And there's one person, and if you're watching this, I'm really sorry we never went out, even though we've been meaning to at least hang out for a while. I do feel like an asshole for that, and I apologize, because frankly, well, you deserved better, and if you're still with that one guy you told me about, I really hope it lasts, and they're probably way better than I would have been anyway. But, with that part said, I had a lot of just weird luck with that, and I decided to do a weird little experiment. As of March the 30th, I decided that I am going steady with a long-distance girlfriend of mine named Tiffany from Toronto, which, that part sucks. I hate when people are far away from me, in general, even just friends, but I guess I'm just seeing where this goes, because I'm too interested to not. And if it blows up in my face, well, they say curiosity kills the cat, but then again, satisfaction brings it back, and well, I've always found that in everything I've been curious over, even if everything went horribly wrong, I found the experience itself has always taught me something, and always improved my life somehow, just like with transitioning as well. So, wish me luck, and may it all work out. But, with the transition itself, right now I'm trying, my biggest concerns, I'm trying to get a second job, and I might be a shoe salesperson at Sears, which will probably suck complete ass, but I need another job. It beats being Devi Darkside vacuum salesperson, or Devi Darkside cuttery salesperson, which I almost was. Or could have been if I accepted either of those, instead of just walking out. But, the Sears part was weird. I got an interview scheduled online, went there, they didn't have any note of it, had to reschedule, came back, they told me that my interview was on that previous date. I, for a moment, thought I was never going to get the interview. Got the interview, interviewer liked me, got a call, was informed they already picked out someone for the position before my interview, which was, like, for a second. But then, they called me back, asking me if I would potentially want to work in the shoe department and if I would come in for an interview tomorrow. I said yes, because it's worth a shot. And who knows, maybe I might like it, maybe I won't, but I'm kind of struggling here, and I need the money for, like I said, to move this back and get my facial hair so it never grows anymore. Those are my goals this year, to at least start on both of those, and it's freaking April now, and I'm nowhere near it. And I was hoping to be a lot closer, to be honest. Not just that, but I owe my grandmother money, and I owe myself some credit money, so I'm in a weird spot. So I'm hoping that I can save up with this. If it works out, all will be great. If not, my job hunt will continue, and hopefully work. Because the job market has been such shit. But I just want to give one about my whole little life right now, because it's been kind of nuts. I mean, nuts in the job hunt and work thing mostly. The other parts really, even the new girlfriend part, have all been, though nice, it seems like I've been more obsessing over the other two, which is a little bit disturbing for me. Because I'm usually like, girlfriend number one, everything else kind of number two-ish, somewhere, number three, whatever. But this time around, I'm getting a bit more obsessed with this whole money thing. Money drives me insane. Not just that, but I'm hoping that also soon I can retire the wig, because frankly, it's itchy and my hair is growing out behind it in a way that I'm having trouble covering. Which I think is going to eventually make it so that it is easier to tell that, well, it's fake. I mean, I'll admit it's fake, but frankly, I liked it when people were like, hey, nice hair, rather than wig, you know? But, I always say next update I'm going to do something new, or something bigger that I should have done on the last update, but at this point I'm just going to roll with it. We're going to see what happens, see what I can do. Oh, almost forgot to mention, I was mentioning a while back about waxing day, or the day where I figure out how that works. I try to do it yourself kit. Not my smartest plan, kind of a waste, but I got some patches of hair removed with it, and the hormones do make it grow back finer. So a lot of what were dark brown hairs are now very pale, almost white hairs. And it is quite nice, really. I mean, you barely notice them. It's cool. So, to anyone transitioning who wants to figure out what the hell's going on with their hair, there it is. But anyway, I think I'm done. I've said a lot, I think, this time. I hope I said a lot. Because the last few I've been kind of cutting them back, and I'm trying to make these more interesting, if I can help it, even when my life is kind of in a weird spot. But like I said, a lot of things have been very experimental for me lately, and I'm shooting for everything to truthfully work out. I really am. But anyway, live long and prosper as always. Until next time.